New achievement. 1,000 people clicked the button.
Welcome to Middle Ground Books After Hours.
My name is Megan.
I am Debra.
And I'm Lance. And I think we're borderline excited for this evening's episode. Because we're going to be talking about booze.
Woohoo!
Specifically wine. You know, growing up on the frothy, rock-strewn coast of Kansas, wine is really what we do here. For any of you who don't know about the interior of the country, for the longest time, Kansas was largely cereal grains, mainly wheat. Sadly, as is the case with most of North America, it seems, has been overtaken by corn and the agro-industrial complex. But needless to say, wine is not really, it's not a staple in Kansas or South Dakota. I don't know, Debbie, would you want to chime in there? South Dakota, it's on the table.
Not really known for
the entire time that I lived in South Dakota. Yeah, no. If there's a wine culture there, I was never a part of it. That doesn't mean it does not exist, but I've not been part of it.
So this is a bit of a stretch for us. We were, originally the plan was to talk about two books. One was Why We Drink Too Much by Dr. Charles Knowles, or Knowles, Knowles. And these were both audiobooks for me. And I made it as far into the Why We Drink Too Much book to discover that why we drink too much is that drinking just is a lot more attractive.
What do you mean? It makes us feel more attractive, or it's more attractive than not?
Tom Gilby, and I wish I could play more of the book for you, because it's a bit of a memoir, it's a bit of a travelogue, and he is a natural salesman. He sold wine for a long time. He's part of the Gilby gin, his family is Gilby's Gin, but he's a younger son, so they started a wine company instead of being part of the kind of that Gilby empire. And he talks affectionately about the place of wine, and it's romantic, it's poetic, it's beautiful. He talks about the experience, not about drinking too much wine, but about
enjoying the beautiful flavors and the nuance. And there's so many varieties. And
Dr. Knowles, by contrarian, just pointed out the health risks of alcohol and pointed out how chimpanzees could get drunk, but orangutans can't, and on down the list. And
okay, but that doesn't talk about why we do it. That just talks about why we should not. So Isn't the title Why We Drink? Doesn't that imply that it should be something about the psychology of it?
I think had I maybe pressed on, it might have gotten better. But I think part of it is we all know that alcoholism is a bad thing, and we're not in any way suggesting alcoholism is a good thing. But there is something beautiful and poetic about a really nice drink, something especially like wine, especially if you can appreciate it. That is a taste, it's an experience, it's something to be shared. And just taking something away without replacing it with something that's at least as nice is kind of hard. It's like, we don't celebrate Christmas anymore. We just don't.
I mean, and that's part of psychology in general. Like, if you say to a child, stop running, what are they going to do? They're going to run. If you say, don't touch that, what are they going to do? They're going to touch it. So if instead you say, use your walking feet or use your dancing feet, they might actually stop running. Or if you say, here, hold this, they might actually stop touching what you don't want them to touch. So you're making good sense.
Are you awake over there, Megan?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just, yeah. So he probably would maybe have eventually got around to saying about the psychology bit, but he was just saying, don't do that.
Well, and maybe it would have been, that book would have been better as a physical written book. This book, absolutely charming. The Thirsty Book by Tom Gilby. The other book is that we did read out loud, and it became the replacement. And we're going to be talking about Vine Witch, maybe Glamorist and Conjurer by Luanne Smith. This is actually, it's nigh on a decade old now. It's at least 6-7 years old for sure. So we will be talking about those. Before we get into our wine episode, and we will be tasting some wine. I'm sorry, we can virtually share in wine, I guess, maybe.
Maybe if you get your own bottle of wine and have a sip with us as we're sipping.
Yes, which is
There
a
you
great
go.
idea, so long as you're not driving. And I think of one of you in particular.
Yeah.
Do not join us as you are driving, my friend. But before we get into our wine episode, what's going on in the store, Debbie?
Oh, right. Okay, so the International Cat Day is coming up. Is that on August 8th?
It is on August 8th, and it's going to be all day long.
And also we will be having our normal Saturday morning story time at 11 o'clock on August 8th. And so if you have a child between the ages of 0 and 5, or if you have an older child who just really likes to take part in singing songs and listening to a story, we would love to have you join us at the store at 11 o'clock on Saturday, August 8th.
We also have some book clubs coming up this next week. So, Alien Worlds. Lance, what are you guys reading for Alien Worlds?
EXO by Colin Brush.
Okay. And that's August 8th at 4 p.m. And then our horror book club that Diego is running is going to be discussing Japanese Gothic on August 11th at 5:30. And then, oh, that's not a book club. So, Teacher Appreciation, August 12th. Teachers are getting ready to head back to school.
So that will
Been
be
getting their classrooms ready. So, we want to say, we appreciate you, teachers. You're
It's going to be
awesome.
an after hours thing for
Yes.
teachers only. So
Yeah, so August 12th, stop on by that evening, starting at 7. For
And
some,
we'll close when
appreciation.
we're done. And will we have snacks?
I don't know, will we?
yeah, I'm sure we will. We usually do.
We have
We
snacks.
usually give them drinks.
A
and
beverage and a snack and some discounts to say,
And-
hey, we like you.
Yeah.
we also have our Page to Screen book club on the 13th at 5:30, and they're going to be
There's a
Talking
Kai
about
put out
Jurassic
a really
Park.
cute, like little, I don't know, it was a TikTok thing or whatever,
Yeah.
but
little Jurassic Park video to promote it. It was very adorable. So yeah, that's what's going on this week. A lot of things.
all right. So starting off, do you want to start with Thirsty or do you want to start off with Vine Witch?
Yes.
I honestly don't remember much about Vine Witch, that it was just about, it's like a fantasy with some romance and it's about wine. Like, she is a witch that makes wine.
Well, not that she makes wine. Isn't it more that she makes the plants grow?
Yeah, it has to do with like her earthy magic that she does makes really good wine.
So set at the turn of the 20th century, right?
Yes, I think so.
Like 1900s.
But is it in our world or is it in like an alternate history of our world? How would we describe it?
No idea.
I felt like it was set in our world, but well, maybe there is.
But in one where magic is sort of a thing.
Yeah, so it's maybe a little bit steampunky kind of esque, but it is in a very near approximation of our world. Only it's like if Harry Potter was set at the turn of the 20th century.
You're right. It says it
and
is set in turn of the century France.
people don't believe in magic, but there's like a ministry of magic in it. So it's like, this is like Harry Potter adjacent stuff, really.
But with wine.
And I really feel like this one was kind of tailored for the millennial.
I mean,
Because it's got enough of the witchiness from like Harry Potter, and then there plants
and wine.
and wine.
And a little sort of side quest love story happening.
Am I remembering wrong or was there something with the main character having been a frog?
Yes, the book starts out with her. She begins the story as a frog, and it's like her. Like the story actually begins with her as a frog, and then
Yeah, someone like cursed her,
Yeah.
and
she spent 7 years as a frog eating bugs.
I would have been eaten by something else.
Was
probably.
she conscious
That
of
happened to
the
me.
fact that she was a human? See, it's
I
been
think
so long ago that we read
I
it.
think she was.
I think that would be miserable. Like, if you were actually made into a frog, okay, fine, whatever, because you would have a frog brain and a frog. But if you were aware the entire time that you were human and you were having to eat bugs and do all that, no.
Yeah, and so she was only vaguely aware that she was human, and you kind of read that in the opening lines. And her name is Elena, if you remember that. Short story long, she comes back to being a human and discovers that her family's vineyard has just sold or has sold to a newfangledy guy who believes in science and technology. And so he's taking it, but her grandmère is still at the vineyard, and you discover that there is evil afoot. Do you remember?
Nope.
Evil, like a curse on the vineyard, I think, and she tries to break it and make it so that the vines will produce good fruit again.
And so, for the curse, do you remember who it was that she believed cursed her?
Nope. This was like 6 years ago.
I don't, but I do remember there was a person who, on the outside, appeared to be beautiful and wonderful.
Don't give it up. Don't spoil.
Okay, but am I remembering right? Is this the right story?
Well, so there is early on, like she. I don't want to
just
spoil
want to know
either.
if I can drink this wine that you
No,
placed
not
in
yet.
front of me.
No. You can't drink the wine yet because we haven't gotten to that book.
He said you could drink the little one.
The
I already
little one.
did.
Oh my gosh, you're being a lush.
I was drinking it with my food that I just ate.
Anyway, back to the vine witch.
Anyway, so she got better, and no, you're not. Leave it alone.
I'm just smelling it. But it smells nice.
Drink the water instead. Here's water.
It's not as yummy.
See, I'm using the psychology thing.
You replaced it with another thing to drink.
Yeah.
You're thirsty, drink some water.
And she got turned into a frog shortly after their neighbors, the vigneron next door. He proposed marriage to her and wanted to basically gobble up their vineyard. And then she refused. And she suddenly was turned into a frog. She believes that he cursed her for 7 years to be a frog. And so she actively wants vengeance, and she's trying to break this curse. And in the meantime, her hex ex, has married a beer hexi. Beer.
Oh,
A beer
she's
witch.
from Germany.
A beer witch.
A blonde beer witch.
Yes.
I hope you guys can remember enough of this.
I don't.
I do remember it.
The ending on this.
Ugh, it was very dramatic and a little yuck.
It was
Yeah.
And
I enjoyed it though. It was very much worth the read. I highly recommend it. And it had a sequel, and I feel like
the Glamorous.
The
That's the one with the circus girl.
yes, and we started that one, and I don't think we ever
Nope,
finished.
we didn't.
We should go back to it.
And then the Conjurer is the third. The thing that was a little bit about the second one is you could tell it was definitely in France because it started out with her having to get like paperwork. Do you remember? Like,
I don't remember that, but there's a lot of bureaucracy in France.
and for those who don't know, bureau, like bureaucracy, like
It's French.
and it means rule by desks. Yeah.
But it does, I would say, it definitely does have a romance element, but I thought if I'm remembering, I thought it was very tastefully done.
Yeah, no, it's not
wasn't like over the top or anything.
If you're reading it as a romance reader, you probably
be disappointed.
Not gonna.
It's more like
a subplot.
There are
It's
no
like-
cheese graters or station wagons or rubber ducks.
it's like how love is part of life, so it's part of this story more than that being the main plot.
Yeah. And I don't remember. Was there even a kissy? I think there might have been a kissy scene.
Maybe.
I don't.
But
it's not
anything
memorable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it was a food item,
I think it would be has to be something that pairs well with wine. So maybe a lovely French cheese, or like what those cool things that they make with like brie cheese, and they like wrap a pastry around it. And what is that called? Do you know what I'm talking about?
a corn dog.
No,
Corn dog.
like when you bake cheese with a pastry around it.
I don't know, but that sounds great.
It sounds delicious, and it would go with wine. What do
So
you think?
what do you
You
think?
read it also.
What do you think, Megan?
No, I was thinking like cheese. Yeah.
It's tough. I would, because the thing I remember, the magic system the memorable thing for me is like, it was like, spices and herbs and wolf hair and rabbit hair and different, like it was a very, like an alchemy, botanical based magic system. So I don't know, something earthy would be, or something, yeah. It's not French at all, but I'd still probably go with like a margarita pizza that has big leaves of basil on it.
I guess I was just thinking of baked camembert, and I'm seeing lots of different ways to do it. You can make it sweet with honey and apple, or you could make it savory. So then it can pair with different types of wine.
So finally back to Thirsty, which is Tom Gilby's memoir and travelogue and discussion of wine. And it's beautiful and sweet, and it's just a lot of fun.
He's kind of a goofball.
He's very,
yeah.
I would say, eccentric. Let's put it that way.
Okay, we watched some of his YouTube videos in preparation for this episode as well. And the timbre and the tone of his YouTube videos is quite different from the tenor and the timbre and the tone of his audiobook. Because the audiobook, he did some writing, there was some editing, there was, probably first and second drafts, whereas the YouTube episodes are much more off the cuff, on the fly. So if you have seen any of his,
but yes.
if you have seen any of his YouTube videos, please do not prejudge this book by that. It's like, it's him, but in a more serious tone.
Mellows out a little bit.
The tone of his voice and how he is talking is very different from...
Well, and also, he has like a PhD actually in wine and in chemistry. He wrote his dissertation about raising vines in Great Britain after global warming.
Wow.
And talks about the history, the heritage of British wines and the grapes that managed there. And it was not this boring. Trust me, it was not this boring. But he actually knows his stuff. He's actually done research. He's actually completed a dissertation, completed a degree. And he is not boring to listen to. He spent most of his life as a salesman, actually, for wine and was excited about wine.
Sounds like he still is.
And his father and his uncle started a wine bar. Like, they were kind of the younger sons of the Gilby Empire. And so they weren't a part of the, family gin empire. And so they started a wine bar together with, home-cooked food. And they brought wines from France. And so one region he talks a lot about is the Beaujolais region. Now, in Emporia, Kansas, our choices of wines...
Pretty limited.
Staggering.
I would say the majority of the wines that you can purchase here are domestic, like from California or the Pacific Northwest. Then they have a few that are from like Central and South America, a few that are Australian or New Zealand. But finding true European wines, it took us a lot longer and a lot more searching.
And that's one thing to point out. In our episode tonight, we are going to be tasting, I think, a couple of French wines and one from New Zealand and one from... I'll mention it when we get that far. But Tom Gilby, in his book, he is actually talking mostly about wines that people in Great Britain can buy in the grocery store or at the
they
liquor
have
store.
more access to things that we can't get here.
For us, they would be very hard to find here in Emporia. But I would say that when we lived in Deerfield and like North Shore, Chicago, we would go to the Whole Foods there, and they had huge sections. Like, this whole aisle is the wines from France, and this whole aisle is the wines from Germany. So it depends on where you're listening. You might very easily be able to find the wines that Tom Gilby speaks about.
Well, and that's the other thing. In the book, not a lot of wines from the United States, much more from the Commonwealth states, so from Australia, from New Zealand.
I want to point out one thing from the one of the YouTube videos we watched last night. He did try some Central and South American and some American wines, and one of them was a California wine. And he said, it was so funny to me, he said it was from Lodi.
Which is Lodi.
Dear Tom Gilby, it is Lodi, California. It is spelled L-O-D-I, but it is pronounced Lodi, California.
So anyway.
He didn't like it, by the way. I think it was one of the ones that he spit out with disgust.
We're going to continue. But while he does not talk a lot about American wines, there are a lot of good, and he does mention a number, especially from California in particular. But the one we're going to be starting out with for our first tasting,
Beaujolais Village, Appellation d'Origine Contrôlée, Louis Jadot, Beaune, France.
So this is kind of a mixed bag. It's supposed to look like the kind of continental labels, and I think it is an imitation of those labels that frequently they only say the origin and tell nothing of the grape or the style of wine or any of that other stuff. So typically if you buy like a French wine, it's DOC, and it will then just give for the region. Whereas most New World wines, American wines, will say, oh, this is in the style of the Chardonnay, or this is in the style of a Burgundy or a Merlot or whatever, where those are not the way they're labeled on the continent. This is a Gamay grape, and it is a red, despite the fact that the front label is pretty French. The back label is entirely in English.
Well, because it was bottled to be sold in the United States.
Tom's 6 S's are number 1, setup. And he says white should be between 8 and 10 degrees centigrade. Everybody knows what that temperature is. 12 to 18 degrees centigrade for a red. And it needs to be open at least a half hour before. I actually did that for the first time ever in my life.
We let our wine breathe.
And then the second thing we're supposed to do. You ready to read that label now, Megan?
Sure.
What does this say?
So for the origin, it says it's an easy drinking wine made with grapes of the highest quality from the Beaujolais region of Burgundy. And the grape is 100% Gamay. Flavor is says it's a plump wine with notes of strawberry, black cherry, and spice.
All right.
Uh-oh, she told us. So now we know what we're supposed to be tasting.
Well, unless it doesn't.
Well, when I was... And it suggests pairing, too. It says pairing hors d'oeuvres, mild cheeses, or poultry dishes.
Slim Jims.
No. When I was sniffing it, did smell cherry.
All right.
Yay, Megan!
Megan is not typically...
I'm terrible at tasting and smelling, like picking out the notes and thing. Like, no. Just...
So we'll
it
see
tastes
how,
like wine to me.
So
That's it.
So now we're supposed to, the second S is C. So you swirl it, or so you look at it, you hold it up. You don't swirl yet, sorry. C. So you look to see any big chunks in there.
Well, okay, but you're laughing about
too
that.
dark.
But we also saw him do a video last night that he talked about that really good wines sometimes develop sediment if you allow them to age. So
Yeah.
it's not necessarily bad if it's an aged wine.
So a setup, swirl, C.
No, the first one is setup, C,
Oh.
and then swirl is
then
our next
swirl.
S. So you're supposed to swirl it around
looks
the glass.
very nice and dark.
Very dark. It's hard to see if there would be any sediment. I don't think there is.
So,
It's a very rich color. I like it.
yes, and the richer the color usually means the richer the wine, and the darker the color it normally means the fuller the wine.
And didn't he also say higher alcohol content?
That's really with the swirl, when you swirl it around the cup.
Oh, yeah, how it
If it has
drips.
legs, there's that fancy wine terminology. When it drips down, if it kind of drips down slowly, that usually means it's fuller bodied and more higher alcohol content.
My glass has a texture on it, so it's hard to see.
And these were clean glasses. That was part of the setup too. Have clean glasses.
But that one seems obvious, but yeah.
Maybe not, I'm not seeing like big drops on this. Well, no, it's dripping a little bit.
Okay, here, I'm going to do this.
It's hard to
Yeah.
tell. Like, my glass has, like, little texture, so I can't tell at all.
Yeah, it clings a bit.
I'll trust
does.
you, but I can't tell.
And then the next is you're supposed to sniff it.
I have been. It smells great.
That's why she was wanting to drink it before, because you were smelling it.
Yeah, it smells fruity and nice.
This is very, I went to a whiskey and cigar tasting at a shout out to Gaffler Mansion and their first ever men's whiskey and cigar event. It was a lot of fun, and we had some lovely cigars and lovely whiskeys. And whiskeys you are not supposed to sniff because it basically anesthetizes all of your nosal unit.
So that then you
Nosal
won't
unit.
taste it? So
Yeah.
you're supposed to avoid sniffing it so
Yeah.
you can taste it.
Yeah.
Huh.
You don't, well, if you sniff it, it's very gently in front of distance. You don't stick your nose down in there because it's ethanol.
I've been, like, sticking my nose in this
Yeah, but this
wine.
is wine, not whiskey.
Yeah. So I
you're
think
good.
it's Little bit floral.
I got nothing. Sorry. Just so that everyone listening knows you're sniffing, because
like
they can't see your nose.
ASMR. No, I'm just trying that hard. I'm going to end up like snorting. And I haven't had anything so far, just so you know.
All right.
Okay, so the next one is Slurp.
Oh, yes. I like this one.
This is the good one.
Okay.
And it says you can also purse your lips and pull air through and kind of make a little swizzle noise in order to light up the wine.
I did do that.
Wait. Oh, stop.
You're gargling it or what?
Okay, so there's the attack, the development, and the finish. The finish surprised me.
Okay, how did it surprise you?
There was like a burst in my mouth after I swallowed.
Which is the sixth S, is either swallow or spit. We are not spitting on this program.
No, he did not
We're
talk
drinking this.
about the finish that in a different tasting wine guide that we read, as you swallow, you should exhale, and that would enhance the finish.
Okay.
So first of all, is this wine sweet?
No.
But it's lovely
It
and
has fruit.
it's fruity, but not sweet. Mm-hmm. But it's also not sour. It's not like the sour tart when you eat a fruit that's not yet ripe, and you take a bite and you're like, oh, it's not like that. It's like all of the nice flavor of the fruit, but no sickly sweet. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, so there is very much. Do you taste the cherry, Megan?
I think so. When the first sip I took, I thought maybe I did get some of the sweet, like a little bit of the sweeter, not like sweet, but you know what I mean? A little more of the strawberry flavor, which is sweeter than cherry. Like cherry's a little more tart.
She got the strawberry. But
I don't know. I don't taste it now that I've had another one. I was like, maybe I'm just because I read the label and I'm like expecting it to be strawberry. But I really do smell I don't know.
The attack is really very mild, and then it builds up, and then the finish is almost a grapefruit finish for me. That there is a lot more
tart.
It's a lot more tart, and it makes my mouth water a little bit. Not in a bad way. Like it's like a bad red wine will taste of Luden's, like cherry cough drops, or of chloroseptic, or of
or something chemically. This doesn't have any of those unpleasant things in the finish.
The chemical type.
A cheap wine or a not very high quality wine, the finish is where you'll get it. Like on the attack, it'll be okay. On the development, it'll be okay. But then when you swallow a wine that is not good, then you get the bad things, like some kind of negative chemically taste or syrupy taste. This doesn't have that. This has like a lovely burst of fruitiness, but it's not sweet. It's good.
And because even you think of strawberries, they're pretty sweet, but you just get like a hint of it. It's just the tiniest little hint of strawberry because it's not sweet.
Oh,
it's not a sweet wine.
We have glass number 2. I better drink some water to cleanse the palate.
Okay.
Maybe even I'll eat some of this lovely Havarti cheese with dill.
Oh. Well, it says it pairs well with mild cheeses.
So on the bright side, so that first one, I think it was nice. So if you are looking for that, you can buy that at King's Liquor here in Emporia. Or, if you live somewhere bigger than Emporia, you could probably choose any number of wines from the Beaujolais region.
Yeah.
And that's talking to Tyler, who I met at the whiskey tasting. He said, the Beaujolais is a great region, and said you don't really have to let it breathe for 2 hours, and says that frequently he again said the right temperature wine is the temperature you like to drink it. However, Tom is a little bit more of a traditionalist because cold actually kills some of the flavor. And so, especially for a full-bodied red, want to get as much of that flavor as you can instead of trying to kill it. So what have we got for this second bottle? This is not a Beaujolais.
So this one is an Italian wine. It is the Cavite collection. It's a Pinot Noir from Provincia di Pavia. Yeah, imported from Italy. So it's a Pinot Noir.
And so the first one was with Gamay grapes entirely. And Gamay, I think the Gamay only really grows in Beaujolais.
In France.
This is what we have from the seductive Pinot Noir, sourced from historic hillside vineyards in northern Italy. To these ideal vineyards, Covey brings over a half-century of winemaking expertise and a passion for quality. This alluring wine captures the essence of Pinot Noir with its berry and black cherry tastes and notes. Its silky smooth texture makes it a perfect pair with grilled meat, salmon, chicken, and risottos. Salute.
Smelling this, am not getting the cherry, and the fruitiness, with the other one. I don't know about you guys.
I feel like my nose be broken.
I've got nothing on this.
Yeah, I don't. It smells like wine.
Well, but we were supposed to see it first. This is definitely I can see all the way to the bottom.
Yeah,
it's
much
lighter, clearer than the first.
And it's not
Still a
nearly
red,
as
but
red
it's
as
not
the other
as
one.
deep.
I'm
red.
feeling like cherry Kool-Aid here is kind of what this is looking like, and I'm having bad feelings.
If it is, it's black cherry Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
But yes.
And so, smelling it, we got ahead of ourselves.
I think that I need a new...
You got it up your nose?
I did.
I think that I need a new glass.
I can smell it now.
That's not one of... schnoz is not one of the S's.
I need a new glass because somebody dropped an olive in this one when we were getting our food earlier. So it's going to be contaminated.
Oh, here, I'll take it.
No.
I'm going to get a new one.
Sweetie.
I'll go get a new one.
Okay, here's the bottle.
I'll just drink it out of the bottle.
No, that's not what I was saying. I was saying to pour a new glass. Yeah, there was an olive floating in there. I'm like,
oops.
Oh, well, that's going to change the flavor.
It really would, yeah.
We're professionals. There seems to be something floating in mine.
Oopsie.
Good thing that it was a clearer wine so I could see it.
You wouldn't have seen it in that last one. It's so dark.
All right,
And it was
so
a
there it
Kalamata,
is.
so it was kind of even the same shade.
Yeah.
You know? All right.
Okay, so sniffing, we had a malfunction, and seeing, we caught something important. But even from that close,
Yeah, with the smell, I don't get.
I had it actually in there, and I'm still not getting much,
It just
which is
doesn't
a bad
smell
thing.
as fruity as the last one. It doesn't have that really strong fruit smell to me.
So now we swirl it, and
Does it
so,
have
dear
legs?
listener, it kind of clings a little bit. So
Yeah,
but
not like the last
not like
one.
the last one.
Definitely doesn't have legs. It has short, stubby legs like me.
Don't have
And
stubby
then-
legs. Stop it.
And then you're supposed to slurp it.
All right, here we go.
Oh, that's pretty
Good stuff.
Okay, the finish is like acidic to me.
Oh, that would have been nice if that was acidic. I'm going to do that again.
I'm thinking maybe I still have the olive in my mouth.
Oh, that could be.
my palate.
No, this is.
So the attack is kind of a sour cherry, sour stone fruit, sour, like something that's not quite ripe.
Yeah, it definitely has a sour.
And then the finish is, so we had a Pinot Noir, the girls had a Pinot Noir box wine that's like a Boda box. And it's a good, like as a Pinot Noir, it's rich and it's juicy and it's dark and it's just lovely to drink. This one,
I feel like the finish is, it doesn't have any change really, like non-offensive to me. It's just meh.
Yeah.
This one is, to me, is meh.
I wonder how it would be different, like if you had it with some of the the food pairings that it suggests. Like if that would help it.
The thing is that wine ought to be good on its own. It doesn't need food to support it if it's a good wine. So to me, this is a meh. I don't recommend. Sorry.
It's just okay.
Sorry. This one's a thumbs down.
Thumbs down or just, I thought it was meh.
I mean, if I'm going to drink wine, I want one that is good because
Just to sip on by itself, yeah.
it does have calories, you know? Like I don't, it's kind of like how I wouldn't eat a chocolate bar because I don't want to waste those calories. I'd rather eat cheese or meat or vegetables. Ooh, a clean glass. I've
Getting
been
another
given a
wine?
new clean glass. What's going in this one? It looks like maybe we're sampling some whites.
Okay.
All right. Ah!
The ASMR.
Ooh, that's a lovely sound. I also love the sound when you pull the cork out of the bottle.
Pop! That pop sound is lovely.
It's like, oh, the wine is coming.
We'll soon be getting wine. Yay!
And one of the things Tom Gilby talks about is that cork is actually the absolute best thing, that it is still the best thing for bottles, for wine to be bottled in. And these whites both had bottle caps. Would you like to
no cork.
sniff the bottle cap?
Sniff the bottle cap.
So this is Dashwood Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand, 2024. Dashwood embraces the natural beauty of the coastlines and unique flora and fauna that are synonymous with New Zealand, taking inspiration from the native pohutukawa that flowers in summertime along New Zealand's coastlines. Our wines embody the care and respect that we have for our precious environment. Our Sauvignon Blanc promises stone fruit, citrus, and tropical flavors.
Tropical.
So, looking at it,
It's very
clear.
clear.
yeah, it's like Busch Light without the bubbles.
Wow.
It's a light golden color. And that's one thing
It's lovely.
Tom Gilby talks about in his book is you want to be as descriptive as you can. And he said you want to describe especially the wines you like, and he doesn't bother describing the wines he doesn't like.
Just that it's arse.
Yeah, and he doesn't. He says make the descriptions useful. Like don't say, "Oh, this tastes like the tears of an orphan on a midsummer's night." Like he says,
He doesn't like metaphorical
I
descriptions.
think metaphorical is fine. It's just don't make them pretentious.
Oh.
So looking at it, it looks good. Swirling it,
It does have legs. Sort of mid-length
yeah.
legs.
and then sniffing it. Hey, I can smell this one.
Wow.
It has smell.
That was nice.
I don't even get it up my nose, and I smell
It's
it.
pretty
Makes
citrusy,
me-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, citrus, but maybe also like...
Grapefruit, and
It's
maybe a
vegetal.
little pine, a little bit. Like,
I was thinking asparagus, but or maybe
yeah.
artichoke.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could see it. Very green.
Something green.
Green
Oh.
and bright.
Okay, can I taste it now? Oh, I can taste it. Here we go.
Grapefruit.
It's very bright.
Lemony.
It's a burst and it's bright. And yeah,
And it's making my salivary glands continue to salivate.
something
Like,
citrusy for sure.
Yeah. That bright citrusy
Grapefruit.
zing.
I think it's grapefruit. Because my mind thinks
Yeah.
Pomelo. Pomelo,
nice.
sorry.
It's
Lovely.
nice. I like it.
and Megan and her descriptions. It's nice.
I was
like
saying
it.
it's citrusy and bright. Okay, that's all I got.
Now that I'm
and now
tasting,
it's nice.
now that I'm tasting it, I want shrimp and artichoke and
This would go really well in a sauce with butter. So
scallops.
a half stick of butter and this wine on some white fish would
Or
be
with
really nice.
scallops.
Scallops would also be great.
It's yummy.
You can
Oh, dear listeners, this wine is yummy. What is it we're drinking?
the Dashwood Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay, and this is really weird because generally I don't like whites, but
Yeah.
I'm really liking this.
Well, I think isn't that because there's a number of whites that are quite
way
sweet.
too sweet, yeah.
And you
This
don't
is
like
not
sweet. You want a
sweet.
drier,
This is very dry, but it's lovely, lovely. Highly recommend.
very summery and nice. Yeah. My goodness, we have a lot of wine to drink. All these open bottles.
Another clean glass.
Oh, another
Oh,
wine.
is it? I'm not sure this glass is clean.
Yeah, this one's questionable too.
Okay, I'm gonna wipe
No,
it.
it's fine.
I'm just gonna wipe it.
It's good.
That's the problem with wine glasses is when they sit on the shelf forever.
Yeah. We don't use these wine glasses that much. All right. I think it's clean now. At least on the inside. It's clean on the inside. I wiped.
You know, that was maybe a bit much of a pour.
Right?
Thank you.
People usually say my pours are a bit much.
Yes, people do say that. I'm not complaining, but people do say that.
Okay, the color is definitely different. Like the one that we just tasted
It's more golden.
is clear and golden, and this one is kind of murky by comparison.
I think mine looks murky just because of my glass.
No, I'm looking at it from directly down, not through the glass. It's
Right.
not as clear.
You should tell people what we're drinking here, Megan. This is
I don't know.
they can't actually see anything, and it makes more sense when we're talking about it.
This is Sea Glass. It's a Sauvignon Blanc, Central Coast. What does that
California.
mean? Oh, okay. It's a California wine.
So it's a California Sauvignon Blanc.
So yeah, the California Central Coast growing region is truly special. Its proximity to the Pacific Ocean allows for the flow of ocean breezes and fog, producing perfect growing conditions for Sauvignon Blanc. Intense aromas of fresh citrus are balanced by ripe tropical fruit and melon, light-bodied, with a delightful, crisp, clean finish.
And I would have liked to have gotten something from France, a Chablis or a Sauvignon Blanc.
Not available.
Not available.
Can't get those.
Cannot get. So
Okay, but this one is clinging more on the inside than the last one.
swirling it, it's got more legs.
It
there
does. Has longer legs.
you go. And sniffing it.
Leggy, leggy, leggy wine.
I don't like how it smells as
Soap.
well. Yeah, it doesn't
smells
smell
like
as
soap.
good as the other
It
one.
does smell like soap. Now I'm scared to taste it. Why do
That is part of what this is about. When you do a
I
tasting,
know, I
it's a
know.
thing.
Need to sniff it.
So is it hand soap? Or I remember as a child, most of you don't know about Mr. Bubble, you young childrens. But Mr. Bubble was a bubble bath that smelled like
bubblegum?
bubblegum.
Bad idea.
And he had like Mr. Bubble was like on the cover
He was
like
all
a pink
pink.
and believe it or not, Mr. Bubble tasted nothing like bubblegum.
I'm betting you were not the only child to try it.
You know,
I mean, when it smelled that way, what did they expect is going to happen?
I mean, there's children I've seen eat like those like lip smackers
Oh, for
chapsticks
sure.
because they
so
smell
this
delicious.
could be the opposite. Maybe this wine is going to smell like soap but taste
tastes
like bubblegum.
great.
Yeah, it could happen.
Okay, let's see.
All
Are
right.
we ready?
Yep, here we go.
It's actually better than I expected.
I'm still confused. Still deciding. It does have that tang that makes my jaw hurt a little bit.
In a bad way?
No, just like when you salivate. When
Yeah, it does taste better than I thought from the smell. Especially, I taste.
No, I do like it. I can't tell you what it tastes like. And it doesn't give like the burst like the other one, but it is
Yeah.
pleasant. I feel like the other one I would drink on its own. Just
Yeah.
like sit on my front porch and drink it and listen to
sip
the
on, yeah.
cicadas. This one I would be happy to have with a meal.
Yeah, I don't get that like really citrus punch like the other one had. Like it really was obviously citrusy, whereas this one allegedly it says it's fresh citrus aroma, but I'm not getting that. And it, you know what I mean? Like it's
But
not
it's also,
obvious.
but it is nice and dry. Mm-hmm. So I guess if I were going to use Tom Gilby's categories, the other one, the first white that we tried would be class, and this one would be pass.
Oh yeah, he does class passer.
this is like phenomenally, exceptionally, quintessentially meh.
Yeah.
Like it's
But it'd be lovely with a nice meal, like
it would be
fish.
it would be lovely. For me, this one would be lovely as the only available wine at a movie theater.
Being available at the time. The best wine being available at the time. We drank it.
I mean, I'm still gonna probably drink it, so
I don't know if I can drink all these things.
this is a lot.
We're getting up early in the morning.
So, if somebody wanted a copy of, let's say, The Vine Witch by Luanne Smith, where would they find that, Megan?
Well, you would be able to get a copy from bookshop.org, which you can go to bookshop.org and select us as your bookstore, or you can go to our website, middlegroundbooks.com.
Or they could just look at that links below in
That's
the comments
true.
that Ron
Ron.
slaves and slaves over.
He does. Thank you, Ron.
We love you, Ron.
Click the link in
We
the description that
appreciate
Ron
it.
will put there to find how to get a hold of the
And
copies
we
of these
do
lovely books.
Appreciate all of you who reach out and do buy from our bookshop.org, our Libro FM. I'm going to say you can get the hardcover of Tom Gilby's book on bookshop.org, but it's like $38, like for reals. So go to Libro FM. I think it's like $13 on Libro FM. He's so much fun to listen to.
He is, yeah.
As a reference, it actually wouldn't be bad to have as a hardback because he does talk about all the wines and he
Right,
has
to
his
flip
hero.
through. Yeah. As a reference.
I just want to say that all 3 volumes of the Vine Witch trilogy are available as audiobooks on Libro FM, so you could also do that.
Yes, they are. And so, yeah, thank you all for those of you who do help us on Bookshop. And we also have our weird books on Biblio FM, biblio.com. So if you want a book, you want a Conan the Barbarian paperback, hey.
So they're vintage, used,
bizarro,
unusual things.
Yeah, and we're going to be having more, hopefully not only on biblio.com, but also hopefully our store will be online with all of our inventory.
Soon-ish, we hope.
Soon-ish, we hope.
But you can find us at middlegroundbooks.com.
And finally, as a shout out, we're surprised, honored, and embarrassed to have more subscribers. Debbie, you want to name a couple off that list?
I mean, we have more than 800 now, don't we?
Which is a little terrifying, honestly.
So please, friends, comment about a challenge you would like us to do when we hit 1,000 subscribers. But thank you to Vincine Smith, Clever, Doman Hung, Fat Fam, Sean Dim, Andrea Sartini, Matthew Weber, Mr. D, Caleb Hoover, Colin Flowers, Stu Williams.
Caleb's on there.
Ravi, Lorenzo Melendoza, Lindsay Powers.
Oh, Lindsay.
Jesus, Eve Espinoza, Rosario Milano Palafax, Sergio Asco Robeles de Villa, Gustavo Mendoza, Angel Har, Cuara Olvera, Miriam Lopez, and Jorge Mercado. We are so glad that you have joined as subscribers on our YouTube. And if you're listening on our other platforms like with
Spotify or Apple.
Yeah, we're so grateful that you are listening. Please do like and comment, and we will do our best to keep up and respond to your comments. And like I said, let us know what you would like us to do when we reach 1,000 subscribers.
And until next time.
We'll meet you in the middle. Hey, I'm Megan from Middle Ground Books. Thanks for listening to Middle Ground Books After Hours with me, Debra, and Lance. If you're in Emporia, stop in and see us at 606 Commercial Street. Browse books and other fun stuff, sip some tea, and just enjoy the bookshop vibes. Middle Ground Books After Hours is produced and remotely engineered by Cosmic Atom Sound Studios, producing the vision and making it sound. Cosmic Atom Sound Studios. Let's come together and build something new. Thanks again for listening, and until next time, we'll meet you in the middle.
Congratulations. You have successfully consumed approximately over 30 minutes of people enthusiastically discussing books while Middle Ground Books celebrates reaching 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is great. But that's just YouTube. The podcast has been doing wonders on streaming platforms this entire time, while some of you have been treating the red rectangle like it's the whole operation. It's not. Now comes the next phase, which may be a little difficult for some of you. Actually reading one of the books. Fortunately, Middle Ground Books has already done most of the work for you. Aren't you lucky? Reward? Books, ebooks, audiobooks, rare finds, signed copies, weird finds, book clubs, store events. Whew, honestly, everything is linked below, even the books that are mentioned in each episode. For links, you have something like bookshop.org if you prefer new books, Libro FM if you would rather feel like a kid again and have someone else do the reading while you pretend to multitask, Biblio if you want the rare, strange, or collectible books that nobody else in your group has heard of yet. Go ahead, look through it. You already know how this works. You find one, stare at the price, leave, come back 20 minutes later, and buy it because the thought of someone else owning it has suddenly become unacceptable. Or you could go completely insane and just walk into the actual store. I know. Scary. Actually going to the place that sells these things instead of clicking a button and waiting for an object to materialize on your doorstep. They are located at 606 Commercial Street in Emporia, Kansas. You can meet all three hosts because they are real people, standing near actual bookshelves with actual books on them, giving real recommendations that do not involve an algorithm convincing you that buying 17 romantasy novels in one sitting was your idea. Did you know your phone is listening to you? Even with your screen being locked or being on another app? You know I haven't had seafood in a while. I'm thinking about getting a cat. You also have the opportunity to get involved with Middle Ground Books calendar events, book clubs, story time, artist events, community events, and whatever else they have decided to drag everyone out of their house for this month. Check the website and socials because the schedule changes, and apparently the store refuses to sit quietly and sell books like those other normal retail establishments. Ugh. Before you leave, follow them on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Basically anywhere that can remind you that this podcast exists before another episode appears, like it does every Thursday, and you suddenly are 6 weeks behind insisting you will catch up this weekend. You won't. Prove me wrong.